We haven't spent much time, if any, on the fact that composers are able to transmit rather amazing amounts of emotional information to us using just abstract, wordless, and I hasten to add, invisible sounds. Yes, it's true, the sounds imagined in the brain of the composer are translated by them into musical notation so that they may be read and performed by musicians who are trained to do so. But the fact is, the communication with us is nevertheless invisible. I'm George Marriner Maull, Artistic Director of the Discovery Orchestra, here with Chat 38. And I want to dwell today on the invisibility of this form of musical communication. Why? Because we live in a visually dominated world. Now that so many of us have personal computers, we surround ourselves with visual images all day. Word images, words of others to read, words for us to type, and hundreds of other visual images, still images, moving images. Most of our communication is visual. But think about this. What if I asked you to create in abstract sound a kaleidoscopic unfolding of very strong emotional states around the topic of, let's say, passionate love? Let your communication include wanting someone you don't have in your life, or perhaps just an overwhelming feeling of closeness to the loved one you do have in your life. You love this person so much, it hurts. But in projecting these intense feeling states to another person, you will be permitted no words, no filmed or otherwise constructed images, only abstract sounds. You will transmit your feeling states with invisible sound waves, organized by you, perhaps performed by you or by others, but invisible to the eye, entering your intended targets through their ears, from there transmitted to their brains and their central nervous systems. I'm wondering, would your abstract sound creation achieve these feeling states as well as Sergei Rachmaninoff did in this excerpt from the first movement of his Second Symphony? One of the reasons I'm somewhat loath to specifically address the mood of the music at our Discovery concerts is the fact that we all have very personal reactions to these invisible soundscapes of emotion. So I usually restrict our activities to noticing detail in the hope that if you notice a lot of the detail, you will receive some emotional message from the composer. Let's turn from the Rachmaninoff to another performance by the Discovery Orchestra. But in this case, we have a program. This music is in that genre, program music. In this case, the composer, Ottorino Respighi, has told us he wanted to create a picture in invisible sounds of children playing games in a public space in Rome. Children laughing, children singing, shouting, playing tag, taunting each other, some of them playing soldiers, just having a totally chaotic vision here of carefree children playing. If you're an adult, do you remember how this felt? If you're young, you know how this feels. We'll conclude today with a bit of the opening of the first movement of The Pines of Rome from a performance by the Discovery Orchestra in 2000 at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Just listen to this joyous chaos, all depicted in glorious, miraculous, invisible sound communication.
Thank you.